immature.
Yeah, but you look at the identity. If you go to like say, I don't know where Christmas was born, it seems like it was born in Germany or something. But if you go to Germany, and look at like the same year, try to find artwork of the same Christmas stuff like in Germany from that exact time period, and I bet none of them had mushrooms on. They all had like something else.
Well, you're just guessing this off the top of your head.
No, I'm just saying.
Showing you pictures.
No, I'm just saying that, but that's what I would think.
Well, you would think wrong because I'm showing you pictures of Christmas cards from the 1700s that have all these mushrooms.
There was some wacky Christmas cards.
No, Brian. There's a lot of them. Look at this one right here. Look at this one right here with this. There's an old picture of Santa, and he's got all these fucking Amanita muscaria mushrooms at his feet.
When's that from?
Oh fuck, man. Let me find out. It's old as fuck.
But where's it from?
Officially old as fuck. I'll find out the ages of the pictures. But these are like ancient fucking Christmas cards.
I could see Easter. I just can't see Santa Claus.
Why would you not see it?
I don't know. It's just like, why is this not talked about all the time then? Like why is this not on regular TV news?
First of all,
I feel this is like the Tower 7 of holiday stories.
So you're saying it sort of just got lost and mushrooms are just in it for...
But look, there's so many correlations. Listen to the connections, okay?
Yeah.
The way they dry these fucking things out is twofold. One, they hang them on the trees. They put them in the branches so they dry by the sun. Or B, they hang them under the fireplace. What do? You see fucking stockings hanging on the fireplace.
Well, in Sweden, it was probably to make ornaments on the tree. It's probably
they literally grow under this same tree that we use as a Christmas tree, and they are shiny packages. And if you get them from the right place, apparently they make you trip the fuck out. And then they are that's the mushroom that they believe is responsible for the writings in the Bible. It's the sacred mushroom in the cross. The Amanita muscaria mushroom is on the cover of the sacred mushroom in the cross. It just makes sense to me that if scholars believe that there's a connection between this mushroom and religious texts, then of course there's a connection between this mushroom and Santa Claus. And if you add up all the things that line up as far as like hanging it over the fireplace and putting it on trees, it totally could be possible.
So if you go to Encyclopedia Britannica's headquarters in wherever that would be, like Wisconsin, and you go to them and go, all right, what is this Christmas to you? What do you guys have about the mushroom thing? They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here, hippie. Wouldn't you think that?
Well, I think that they're not that willing to incorporate any sort of illegal drug ideology into their work. They probably just would ignore it, even if there's a lot of evidence.
Do you think sometimes that people that do a lot of mushrooms try to make connections with everything in past history?
Sure, definitely they do.
420 people.
I think that's what my judge. If I had to judge, like if this was a game show, that's what my judgment would be. Is like, yeah, that's just some hippie that made this awesome connection. It's a great story. And
no, Brian, that's a silly thing. When
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, that's a dumb way to think.
Why?
Because scholars like John Marco Allegro. I'm not sold on anything. I'm not sold on anything, but I'm definitely not sold on you just talking off your ass.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting a counterpoint.
You're putting a counterpoint to a fucking guy who is a scholar. John Marco Allegro studied the Dead Sea Scrolls.
And there's scholars that say the exact opposite.
Years. The only ones that do are religious ones.
I know, but
who says the opposite?
Religious ones?
The religious. He was the only
Encyclopedia Britannica.
He was the only agnostic.
Couldn't it be?
We're not talking about Encyclopedia Britannica.
I'm just saying.
We're talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Well, it wouldn't even be an Encyclopedia.
Couldn't it be part of the? Couldn't it be part of like the? Wasn't Christmas originally a pagan holiday? And then
there's
Christianity to it. So couldn't it be part of that pagan holiday?
Of course,
that ritual.
Sure,
they sort of just took over that. They use those gods.
It's just the real question is, what's with the elves? What's with the fucking mushrooms and all these Christmas pictures? What's with the correlations? Why do these mushrooms exist? And why do they coincide with this holiday? What is the big deal? Well, the big deal is these people were tripping their fucking balls off, man. That's what it is. And it became somehow or another, it turned into a guy coming down the chimney and giving you presents. What it was is this was some shit they found under the tree. That's much more likely to me. If you get a fucking plant that makes you trip balls and ancient people find out about it, they worship that shit. It becomes like a huge part of their life. Could you imagine if your world was the regular world of people that lived before books?
Yeah.
You're barely civilized, barely got it together. People are just getting by every day, get sick. Nobody know what the fuck was going on. There was no doctors. You just died, man. They gave you some leaves to chew on, and you usually just fucking died. What if they found something like this? If they found that there was some mushrooms and you would eat them and all of a sudden, whoa, you'd be lying in a field and fucking spiraling through the universe on the most wild ride of of joy and ecstasy of your life, and then you would want to fucking praise that shit. You would want to make that a part of your you would want to create a holiday. You'd want to make it a part of your everyday life. You would be worshiping it. You know, that's the feeling behind a lot of people. Why there was all this cattle worship in the ancient world.
Yeah,
you know, because no one can understand that. Like, why would you have these like really aggressive primates? Cats? They did worship cats, yeah, but they didn't worship them like people worship, like the Hindus worship cows.
Really?
I think, yeah, cows are much
Do Hindus
more
worship
important.
cows? They just say they leave them alone.
No, man, you don't eat them. They don't eat them. They consider them sacred. They consider them. I don't know it's something cool. They consider them something cool. But I think that has to do with the cow.
Here's what Wikipedia says about it.
And mushrooms growing in the cow shit.
This is what Wikipedia has about it.
About what?
Christmas.
The relation for mushrooms to Santa Claus.
Okay.
Fly agarics appear. I don't know what fly agarics are. Agarics.
That's the actual plant itself.
Okay. Appear on Christmas cards and New Year's cards from around the world as a symbol of good luck.